Lights went out in Greenwood Tuesday night, but the band played on. I'm Leland Barlcay, and it's my privilege to host the River Valley Sports Report, where we highlight River Valley schools and athletes. In between the first and second power outage at H.B. Stewart Arena due to high winds on Tuesday, the Greenwood Lady Bulldogs, the number 3 ranked team overall in the state and number 1 in Class 5A, were simply electric in a 70-18 win over Siloam Springs. That's a particularly telling final score. 4 weeks ago in Siloam Springs, Greenwood's Anna Trusty had to grab an offensive rebound after her own miss and score at the buzzer to lift the Lady Bulldogs to a 60-58 win. Siloam Springs had led 58-51 with less than 3 minutes left to go. In the rematch Tuesday night, there were no theatrics needed. Maddie Cartwright hit 2 3-pointers and Trusty drove the baseline and scored for a quick 8-0 lead. Greenwood went on to take a 20-6 lead 7 minutes into the game, led 22-10 after a quarter, and 33-16 at halftime. Greenwood scored the first 12 points in the third quarter and then ended the quarter with a 16-point run for a 28-2 advantage overall in the quarter. Cartwright finished with 18 points, Trusty 17, and Izzy Smith 16 points with 11 in the first half. We talked with Greenwood head coach Clay Reeves following the game.
Well, I mean, our kids came. I mean, they've been ready to play every conference game, but it's the one that we played there was still on their mind too. I mean, that was a great game. Siloam played great. It was a close game, and our kids knew it was going to be a tough game. They've been preparing and thinking about it, and we've worked on things we need to correct. But shooting the ball well and hustling, playing hard on defense and rebound takes care of most of that, and our kids did a great job of that tonight.
What was the biggest difference on the floor, at least, from the first game to this one?
Well, I thought we shot a little bit better. We didn't shoot very well at all up there. I know Anna did. But overall, we just didn't shoot very well, and here we came out and started shooting well, and we're moving well on defense. We made a few adjustments on our defense to try to take away what they like to do, and they started out doing a good job of it, though. They were attacking it well and getting some shots, and we switched our defense a few times to just try to change up the flow of the game, and our kids did a good job of adjusting to that.
We also talked with Anna Trusty along with Adriana Russin, who was clutching her Valentine's Day flowers after
our
the win.
defense was the main difference, and we had more we shot better this game, but we played way better defense.
Did Coach Reeves was Coach Reeves maybe a little harder on you the last 2 days in practice leading up to this game?
A little bit. We worked on our defense more for this game.
You came out tonight, of course, scored a lot, and like you normally do. What's been kind of the key this season between you and Maddie?
Well, we're more of the scorers this year because last year we lost Abby Summit, and Megan Gray, and they were top scorers, so we kind of had to fill their roles too and keep the same roles we had last year. So I don't know, but yeah, we have to handle the ball more too than we did last year.
What was kind of the difference between that game and this game?
I think this game we all just blocked out really well. We shot better than last time, and we played as a team more this time.
Your role on this team, gosh, there's nights I don't think you even take a shot. But like tonight, you had 7 rebounds. You did make a key basket in the first quarter. What's kind of your role, and how have you accepted that in this season?
I'm on the team to play defense and rebound, and I just do my job and then let the others score.
In between the boys and girls game, the power went out again, and then again in the third quarter, which forced suspension of the boys game until Wednesday afternoon. Tuesday was also the final rivalry night in the 5A West, where in Alma, Van Buren swept a varsity doubleheader. Glavin McDonald had his second straight 20-point game and paced the Pointers to a 69-46 win over the Airedales. The Lady Pointers posted a 61-36 win behind Cameron Schmidt, who scored 14 points, and Kaylee Barber, who scored 12. Also on Tuesday, Hero McIlvain was on North B Street, where Northside also swept the varsity doubleheader from Rogers Heritage. Erica Gooden scored 6 points and doled out 8 assists to lead the Lady Bears to a 61-45 win. Sheriff's Blackburn had 20 points and Ariana Gooden scored 15. The Grizzlies also won 63-52 with Poom Savoy scoring 20 points, Denarian Whitmore 14, and Marco Smith 13. Northside closed out the win with 23 points in the fourth quarter. In the 6A West and the 5A West, only a week and a half, basically 3 games, remain in the regular season as they vie for positioning into the state tournaments. That brings us to the weekly segment, Gimme 5. These are the top 5 performances of the past week in the River Valley. Number 1, we start with the Player of the Week, 2 sports standout Jayden Wells of Paris, who had a pretty good week. She first signed her national letter of intent to play softball at the University of Arkansas, and then scored the game-winning basket with a 45-43 win over Cedarville. Arkansas head softball coach Courtney Deifel may not have heard about the game-winning shot in basketball, but she had this to say about Wells' future on the diamond at Bogle Park. Jayden is one of the most gritty and competitive athletes we have seen. She is incredibly athletic and versatile and has the skill to see time at multiple positions. She has an immense pride in the Razorbacks, and we are thrilled to keep her home to live out her dream at Arkansas. As far as Wells, the opportunity to don a Razorback jersey is a dream come true. She said, "I'm from Arkansas, so it holds a special place in my heart. Growing up, I would tell my teachers I wanted to be a Razorback, so from early on, it has been my dream. After meeting the staff at Arkansas and growing up around the program for 6 years, I knew it is where I wanted to be because it felt like home." Number 2, the Charleston Tigers wrapped up a harrowing stretch to finish out the regular season, which included a 61-40 win at Hackett on Friday night, with Brandon Scott scoring 20 points and Reach Marichka scoring 11. We talked with Tigers head coach B.J. Ross after the game.
It's real nice, and it takes a lot of stress off the kids. It allowed us to play some kids tonight that hadn't gotten some minutes, and it also allowed for a couple of ours to not have a very good game. They hadn't had it in a while, hadn't had a bad game like that in a while, but it's really good, and the kids, it was good for them to let some of the kids come in and play, and it's nice not to have that stress.
That second quarter, you kind of had to grind through that, but you finally broke through and had I think it was an 11-0 run that was kind of key for you.
Yeah, we were in a good offensive rhythm early, and then Reese Mareska, our point guard, got his second foul, so we pulled him out, and we just went stagnant. And, they boxed him one Brandon, and which everybody usually does, but, we went stagnant, and, I had to put Reese back in with about 3.5 left, somewhere around there, and that's when we kind of hit our run. And he does a lot of things that aren't in the scorebook. He makes our offense go and make it click.
A game like that is kind of good to have occasionally, that you have to kind of fight through and battle through to win.
Yeah, we, the last, besides the Paris game, we had a good battle the other night, but we haven't had one in a while, and it's good. The kids need to understand that when things aren't going well, we still play hard, and you still do, and that's what we do. We play extremely hard.
Number 3, the County Line Indians finished off an undefeated regular season. Coach Joe Brunson's Indians are 36-0 and are ranked number 1 in Class A. Number 4, the defending state Class 2A state champion Lavaca Golden Arrows won their 7th straight conference title and finished the regular season ranked number 1 in Class 2A. All of these teams, Paris, Lavaca, County Line, and Charleston, are part of the district tournaments currently underway for Class A through 4A. The 1A1 West District Tournament is at County Line, the 2A4 at Mansfield, the 3A4 at Paris, and the 4A4 at Pottsville. The top 4 from each district advance to the regional tournaments, which begin next week before the state tournaments. Number 5, we don't often mention swimming, but Emma Swarms earned second place medals at the 5A West swim meet last week in the 50 and 100 freestyle. To keep up with all the basketball action, you definitely want to check out Every Day of the Northwest Arkansas and River Valley Democrat-Gazette, where you will get Players of the Week, rankings, scores, and notes for the most comprehensive basketball coverage in the state. You'll also want to pick up the Sunday River Valley Democrat-Gazette, available all across the River Valley, including eastern Oklahoma, at Walgreens, Harps, Come and Go, and Casey's. Last week's edition was fully devoted to 24 River Valley student athletes who signed their national letters of intent to continue their academic and athletic careers at the next level. You can subscribe online at nwaonline.com and click the subscribe button, or by calling our customer service line at 479-684-5509. Be sure to follow the River Valley Democrat-Gazette Twitter account, as well as mine, Walter Woody's, and Harold McIlvain's. You can view and purchase photos from our award-winning Arkansas Democrat-Gazette photographers that can be seen and purchased on our website, nwaonline.com/photo. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to wrap up this week's River Valley Sports Report with videos from Greenwood and Charleston. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.